Hello. I am going to go ahead and start. Um, Looks like there's a few people here hiding themselves. um, so thank you for coming. This is my first time doing a group Zoom. So I'm really excited and nervous. And I'm really happy that you're here. And if you can just kind of give me a shout out in the group chat just to let me know that you're here and that you can see me and hear me. And I'm just gonna keep going. So for those of you who don't know who I am, so my name is Terri, and today I just really wanted to kind of introduce myself because I started to realize that not a lot of people know who I am, or they don't know what it is I do. And so a few days ago, I started thinking, oh, I should start doing Zoom. And I just started inviting a whole bunch of people, and I did not even plan what I was going to say. So, oh, somebody is telling me they can't get in. Hold on. To quickly tell them. But anyway, so I'm just gonna ignore it. But I'm recording it so anybody can see it later. So I will just start with explaining a little bit about who I am and how I kind of arrived to this point. Okay, so I grew up with a deaf in a hearing family, and that's why I talk. I talk because I grew up in a hearing family, and I never really felt like I was part of any groups or I had friends growing up, but it was very lonely kind of feeling because I was deaf in the hearing family, hearing school, and everything like that. So that's one part of me. The other part of me is that as I grew up, I started realizing that I was different from other people. Not only because I couldn't hear. So, some people are showing up. So as I got older and I started to notice more and more that my body was different. I struggled to do like the easy, simple workouts or even the gym class going up, right? It was really a struggle for me. So that was one part of me. And then when I was 14, I broke my knee and I started to gain weight. And that's when I started to gain weight because I was not doing any activities. Whereas before that, I had normal activities for a kid, right? So that time I started to gain weight. And I just never found a way to do that. So I started exercising, but then I would burn out really fast because at that time I didn't know why. But much later, as I got older, I was already in my 20s. I might even not even in 30s at the time when I found out I had fibromyalgia. So that was when I started to kind of change how I do things. So that kind of leads me to here today. And as you can see, I'm already a Beachbody coach. And so I started kind of realizing that I can't do things the same way as other people. I had to learn how to do it differently. And I started to realize that the people I want to connect with are the people who are the same as me, who maybe have limitations or struggles or, feel different. So that kind of leads me to where I am today. And so for these calls, I decided I'm going to have a different topic each week, because if I tell you my full story, it's going to take a year. And so today's call is just me kind of introducing myself and where I come from and what led me to here. And as I said at the beginning, I didn't write down anything I was going to say. I'm just kind of winging it. So I really appreciate that you all came here today. So over the next few weeks, I'd say till the end of November or December, thinking I'm going to do a weekly call, and each week will be one topic. And feel free to type in the chat box if you have any ideas or anything that you want me to talk about. It doesn't have to be related to health, and it doesn't have to be related to fitness. Just general topics that you might want to hear about more, right? So that took me all of 8 minutes. I don't know how some people can talk for hours and not stop, right? So I can see that there's several people here. Oh, there we go. I see all the names now. I know who's here. Okay. Okay, so I see somebody has mentioned the name. Oh, comment from Paul saying that I can talk for hours too. How did you know that? I don't know. The first time I've done one of these. As I was saying, really, my goal right now is to find people who are the same thing, who feel, that I could help them with their various goals and various, the needs, health or fitness or other ways. And I can, I don't know. Does anybody have any questions before I keep going? You can just type it in, or if you know how to sign, you can just sign it to me. See some typing going on here. So one of the questions is, how do you follow the exercise program if you can't hear it? Well, luckily, Beachbody has closed captioning from all the programs on Beachbody On Demand. So that is just wonderful. I started before that when they had the DVDs, and those were also captioned. And the next question is, how long have I been a coach? Yeah, it's been about 1 year. I've been a coach, but really, I didn't start seriously thinking about doing it and working until this year, in 2020. The other question? the other deaf coaches here in Canada. I'm not sure about Canada, but I know there are other deaf coaches. It's really hard to find them, but we have a Beachbody Facebook page that is for the deaf coaches. However, it's been really slow. They don't use it every day. That's the Beachbody company themselves. They're the ones who run it. So I know it took me 1 year before they let me in there. And yeah. And do I only coach deaf people? No, I have hearing and deaf people. And but because myself I'm deaf, so I sign, but I also talk voice because I grew up. So that's why right now I'm signing and talking. Which, if you don't know, it's hard to do both at the same time. So the next question is, what other hobbies do I have? Well, some of you maybe know that I'm already, I make crafts, I make cards, and that is something I do for fun, and I sell them. And yeah, that's fun. And oh, there was a comment that said True Advocate ASL in English, they're not the same, and they're not worldwide. So, and my favorite topic of being a coach, just health in general. I talk a lot about nutrition because I focus a lot on nutrition myself. And about 1 year ago, yeah, last year at that time when the nutrition program came out, and I started to realize, oh, that's where I need help. I thought I've been eating healthy, and then I realized there's more things I need to learn, and that's when I started to seriously lose the weight. If somebody is picky, how do you change their diet nutrition? Well, really, you have to decide that yourself. That is 100% on you, but I can help you learn, and I can show you where to find the information, how to make it a part of your life, and also encourage you and cheer you on. And the next question is, oh, my favorite workout. Honestly, I'm not sure. I do like the yoga, and I like the ones that don't jump a lot. I'm not a fan of jumping. So I started with the 21-day fix, and that's when I realized, oh, I can do it. And then the next one I did was the 80-day obsession, and that was hard. The first 3 weeks or whatever, yeah, first 3 weeks, not bad. Then the next level, oh, that was harder. That's when I realized I have to change how I do things. And I had to do things that help me because of my fibromyalgia. So that's when I started tweaking things, learning how to exercise and modify things to help me. So one of my things I always tell people, if you're limited, or you feel like you're limited, you can still do it. I just have to change it. to fit you, right? So the next question, am I looking forward to my trip next year? Well, hopefully, we're hoping they cancel. The trip they're talking about is the Beachbody trip. And I already bought my ticket. I'm hoping to go, but we'll see. And then she asked if she can come. And yes, you can come. You join my team. Been trying to drag her in for a while. As a coach, how have I built my business since last year, right? So now. For me, I started really slow. I really just not full. I didn't jump into the water. I was like tiptoe. Okay. Now more and more about communicating with people, which is hard because I'm deaf. So I didn't feel like I could call people. I had to find a way to do things differently. I mostly use Instagram, and that's where most of my clients are from. And really, it's all about learning and doing the training and just keep trying and don't give up. So I think that was the last question. We have a few minutes left. So I'm just gonna end this call with saying for the next few weeks, it'll be on Thursday, same time as now. It'll be a different topic. I've reserved like 30 minutes for each call, but it might be 20 minutes, might be the full half hour, so depending. If you can come, you can. If not, that's fine. You don't have to come to each one. Later this week, I'm going to post the topics as I know them. And you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the information. So you're welcome. And I'm really happy that you're all here. Is there any other questions before we end the call? The question is, would I think about making videos with ASL for the workouts? Well, because they're not my videos, I can't do the full video. But it didn't mean that we can't do it with ASL on a Zoom together, chat. But all of the workouts are captioned. Oh, well, thank you. It said, not a question, just wanted to say you're a very motivational person and care a lot about other people. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And then thank you again for coming. I think we'll probably end the call now. Not much more to say today. Unless you want to tell me what topics that you might be interested in learning about in the next few weeks. You can always message me later too. Okay, there's no more questions. So before I hang up, I'm just gonna say, this is your health and your happiness, they're all worth that. If you feel like, oh, it's not for me, I'm not good enough, or if you feel like it's too hard or anything like that, it's not. You just do it your way, and you have to find what works for you. It's really tough for many people who, you know, it's really about the mindset and changing how you think, how you look at something, and then you say, okay, that's how they do it. How can I make it work for me? And really, it's about tweaking your habits, your food and nutrition, and about moving your body. And really, when I look back to like maybe 2 or 3 years ago compared to now, I realized if I had stayed the same as I was 3 years ago, I think things would be a lot worse now. I'm more and more confident that if I had not tried, I wouldn't be in the same position I am now. I wouldn't feel like the way I do now. Like some days I know it's hard, and I suffer from headaches and body pain, but I really I have been a lot of my time focused on changing the way I think about things. And Mr. Alan Dunn here has mentioned personal development, which means reading books, watching videos, learning from other people, their experiences, and then taking those things and going through them and figuring out what works for you, what you need to learn from the things that you read or watch. And that's a really good point. And just checking here. Another. Just some ideas for other topics. Okay. Okay, I'm just reading the comments. Okay, anything else before we end the call? Can you still eat pizza? Yes, you can. I eat pizza and ice cream and cookies. But I also eat lots of vegetables, salads, healthy food too, and water. Really important to have your water. Yeah. Comment says, have lots of veggies and water. If you don't like veggies, what do you do? Well, that's something that you learn. Your body will adjust to that, and that would be something I talk about later when I'm talking more about the nutrition part. And chocolate, yes. Okay, and wine, yes. Asking me if they can eat all the things and drink them. Okay, now everybody's becoming kind of silly. So let's thank you again for joining today, and I hope I'll see you again next week. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.